This is the Magicshine Monteer 8000S version 2, and man is this thing bright. It has a whopping 8,000 lumens at its max setting, which is all 5 of these bulbs turned on. It'll run for an hour and a half on that high setting. But if you're using it in a lower mode, it'll run up to 32 hours off this battery. It's waterproof IPX5 rated. It charges with USB-C. It can also be used to charge other devices off of this battery. In addition to the light, you get the battery with the cable included. This can be removed just by pulling on it there. It is a different style connection, so it's not something that you can use with other lights to power the light. It's got a button here that shows you the charge, how much is left by indication of those green LEDs. And then a rubber seal there. You can see to close that up, keep the dirt out. Also comes with the charging, some attachments for attaching to helmets or mounts, and then a strap to attach the battery to a bike frame. I prefer just throwing it in a pack or in the back of a jersey, but you have this option as well. This is a kind of a grippy material, so it does hold onto the frame. I usually mount it upside down so it doesn't rotate around as I'm riding around. The mounting options for the light, there are these handlebar mounts that it's just a twist style, a lot like a GoPro or a Garmin, not a GoPro, connection or something that you might have laying around the house anyway. So that's one nice connection hooked to the handlebars. I prefer to ride with this on my helmet. So they make a helmet mount as well. With this strap goes through the holes in the helmet. Then you use this little attachment here that tightens down with that Allen key, and the same just quarter turn to lock that onto the helmet mount. Now I said this thing is bright. It's got a ton of different settings to manage that brightness. I'll show a few of those here. I don't know how well they'll show up on camera, but just to give you an idea, your friends are gonna have light envy after they see this. So I've turned the light on here on the lowest setting. That's just the 2 bottom lights turned on. The top ones aren't. And you can already see how much light it's putting out. I mean, if you're on a road bike ride, that's a nice setting to use. You have the cutoff so you're not blinding oncoming drivers. Press it again, goes to the next setting, quite a bit brighter. Pressing it again. Again, we're just on those lowest 2 lights right now. You can see just how bright that is. Magicshine says that's equal to about 3,200 lumens right there. And the light will run at 4 hours at that setting. So now I'm gonna click it again. We're gonna get the additional LEDs turned on, or the additional lights turned on. All right, so now we're on the top set. And at the lowest setting, that's a 600 lumen, 1400, 2600, and 4800 lumens. That'll run for about 2 hours on that setting. So now to get the full 8,000 lumens, you've got to turn all 5 on. To do that, you double click. And man, I can feel this thing heating up in my hands already. And you can see just how much light that's putting out. That's 8,000 lumens. It'll run at that setting for about an hour and a half. It's also got a strobe mode. And then you can run all 5 lights to give you the spotlight, the flood, as well as while you're riding. And that's in the low mode with 1,000 lumen output, 2,400 and 4,400 lumens. Another nice feature with this light, if you have it running on your helmet, you have a Bluetooth remote. Man, that's so bright you can't even see. So the Bluetooth remote can cycle through the different settings. So I'm turning it on there with the bottom. And then the top will cycle through the different settings. Nice little extra to attach to your handlebars or just on your wrist, whatever's convenient with the activity you're doing. I've used this for mountain biking and snow skiing in the dark. It's an investment, but this has become my favorite light because of the small size. It fits on the helmet and doesn't add too much weight. I actually have lights that are brighter than this, but I keep reaching for this one. I feel like the battery's the perfect size, gives the right amount of runtime without an additional weight. And then, like I said, this is just so small and such a high output that I hardly notice the weight on top of a helmet, where other brighter lights are heavier on the helmet. If you're looking at buying this light, it is an investment, but highly recommended, and hope this review helped you make that decision.